Hi everyone, Canoopsy here, and yesterday I went to the Essential phone launch hosted by TELUS and Essential in Toronto, Ontario. The Essential phone has been a really hyped up phone in the whole Android and technology community, as it's the first phone made by Android co-founder Andy Rubin himself. So after an extended hands-on period of time with the phone itself, these are my personal thoughts. The first thing that really stood out for me was the design. It's incredibly stunning in person. The front, of course, is very distinct with the full screen display we've all come to know. The display really goes right to the corners of the phone, and it's kind of surreal the way it looks. The front camera cutout also just sort of fades away during usage, and in apps from Essential directly, the phone uses the entire display for the software, basically just blending the camera directly in. The display itself looks good for an LCD panel with blacks that can get pretty dark to blend into the bezel, but doesn't really match the level of an AMOLED panel, especially on full brightness. The color itself though is nice and vibrant, while still quite accurate looking. Now, the back of the phone is also awesome looking. It's a ceramic panel, and being ceramic, it's very scratch resistant. The units I looked at had really no back damage or scratches or anything, but they do pick up a lot of fingerprints and smudges, so I had to keep wiping this phone clean. If you're someone who just hates fingerprints all over the back of your phone, just don't get a case, get a skin like one of these D-brand skins, and they will keep your phone clean looking and add even more style. Link down below. Just don't buy a case, this phone is too beautiful to put a case on. The phones that I looked at were a darker gray and a white. Now the darker gray one is my personal favorite as it just looks so stealthy and clean, but the white one hides smudges way better and still looks very classy. There is a slight ring of white around the display that sort of breaks up the design a little bit, but either way, both these phones just look sick. The frame is titanium and it blends in very well with the darker unit as both surfaces are incredibly shiny, and if you drop this phone in the corners or the sides, no worries because titanium is very durable. The phone has a great overall hand feel and it's not really heavy despite the material choices, but feels very solidly built. But there are a few design things that may piss some people off. Unfortunately, there is no official IP rating, so keep this phone away from water and rain. And there's also no headphone jack here, so you have to embrace the USB-C adapter in the box for all of your wired headphone needs. The pogo pins in the back for modular accessories are gold, so they are visible and it may bother some people, but they are very discreet. I briefly tested out the 360 camera, which is very small and light and satisfyingly snaps onto the back of the phone with the pogo pins magnetically and instantly opens the camera app with 360 video ready to go. For my brief testing, the quality is about on par with many other cheaper 360 cameras, meaning it's pretty good, but not really groundbreakingly amazing. I had the chance to play with the phone's main cameras for a bit, and they're pretty good, but I don't really have any samples to show you at this time. It handled itself pretty well in the very low lit environment I was in, and outdoors it captured some pretty good shots as well. Not really a fan of the camera app too much though. I'll be covering the camera more in depth in my full review, and also my review, I'll be touching more on performance as well. From what I tested here, the phone is quite speedy on basically stock Android with really no additions except the camera app, and it's just very pixel-like, very stock Android-like, and it's super clean. So here's a brief summary of my findings. The phone is absolutely gorgeous, it feels great in the hand, and the display looks really good as well, but I wish it was AMOLED. Stock Android here is a real treat, giving some great overall performance. And while the verdict is still out on the camera and the battery life, this phone is nearly flawless. But for this high level of quality, you're going to be really paying a premium for this phone. If the price matches what you expect and what you want from this phone, you're going to really enjoy it. A huge thank you to TELUS and Essential for inviting me to this really great event, and if you want to buy the Essential phone in Canada, TELUS is your best bet. And that's really it for this video. Like it if you liked it. Let me know what you think of the Essential phone in the comments down below. Subscribe, and thank you for watching.